Hello and welcome. Happy Wednesday, everyone. This is Teresa, Crafty Grams. Hope y'all have a wonderful day so far. I have been glued to the Papal Conclave coverage today. I know there won't be much more now until, as the votes come out. So nothing else for today. We don't have a new pope. I really would have been shocked if we did have a new pope after the first vote. Anyway, so we are back in the Flowers Everywhere journal. And I have done a little bit of work on it. I went ahead and put a hole in here for all of the strings from all three signatures. And I tried to put a eyelet there, but I don't have one the right size. It was being wonky. So then I just glued the front of the first signature and the back of the last signature in. And I think it worked out rather well. There's some wiggle room here, so it still lays pretty flat, except for the, stuffings that are in it. So that's what I've been doing today. This is everything I know absolutely positively I want to go in there. So we will see how far we get through this. I have done some additional stuffing of, stuff in here. So let's see. Those were already there. What have I done? What have I done? I went through and I'm pretty sure that every signature has the same number of, decorated pages or however you want to, whatever terms you want to use. Oh, excuse the noise of my fan. It is quite humid here in Georgia today. We did have some lovely rain, but that only makes for humidity after a certain point down here. So this is that odd shaped double pocket, and after I put it in, I just sort of collaged around it to make the pages not look quite so bare. So I do want to decorate the things that are in here, though. And I made this out of obviously a piece of sheet music. And what's that one? One of the one of the printables that I have was like a collage, and I noticed that part of the background of one of them was a library card. So I said, what? I'm just going to make a library pocket and put that in there. I'll probably put more in there with it if I can. I added this nice big flower to this tuck spot here. These two, I went ahead and glued into place and made this hidden paper clip over here. And I think I'm just going to put both of them behind this paper clip because they keep falling everywhere. I don't want to have too many paper clips. Like they would each require their own paper clip, and I really didn't want to get into that. So I did that. I put this piece in here as pockets. It was just a really lovely piece of ephemera, and it was, this is from the Timeless Treasures French Ephemera Set 1. And so I just cut it very roughly around the slight border that was there. It was rectangular, but I thought I'd cut it and make it look more vintagey. Anyway, so I backed it on a nice piece of thicker paper, and I'll use it for pockets. But I really loved it. I didn't want to cut it up. I didn't really want to fold it up. I just loved it. So I did that one. And let's see, I think there's something else I might have done. Something else. Oh, I put that in. yeah, that's it. That is it. So now we will go back through and I'm going to start designating, I'm going to start assigning places for the things that I know I want to use. And then I will figure from there what else I need, if anything else. I can put a lovely big journal card in here, or a couple, and that's really pretty. I love these images, the French ephemera. Really, really pretty. Okay, I'm going to leave that as is for now, and this is a double-sided book page pocket, so I'm just going to, no, of course not. Let's see what we have that might fit in there. Of course, I have these lovely, tall, skinny tags. Come here. We can start with that, I suppose. And then this guy, he's got room after room after room. So I think I'm going to put not that in there. Let's see what we think of that. Oh yeah, that works well. I made it look harder than it actually was. That's definitely too wide. And I expect to go back through these and obviously, I don't want to use that one. It is a little tight. Let's see how that one, that's better. Okay, and I will decide whether to add more pockets on that, or I'll decide if I have enough stuff to go back through and you know, layer up some more tags inside of pockets. So yeah, that's where I specifically wanted these to go, and they are going in there quite nicely. I don't think I have anything else skinny enough. No, not really. Not of these things that I definitely want to go in there. I can hear you. So that's rather cute. That has something, I just need something for in there, and that's going to be too wide. I may need to, just give in and cut some of these other tags down. But again, I'll try not to do that if I don't really have to. Let's see if these from G. Kerr will fit in there. Not really. Unless I just did a horrible job of gluing. Let's see. I mean, that is a possibility because, you know, I am not at all a straight gluer. Now, let's see. Yeah, see, that's just dandy. Lovely and dandy. That has a little something in it. That might work there. Put something with a bit of color in it as well. Come on. There. Here we are. That is very pretty. We'll see how we go with that. This one keeps falling out, and I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. It makes me anxious. These are just not the right colors, I don't think. That's good. And I'll do it the other way around. Okay, that's cute. I'll have to obviously decorate that a bit. And that has something there. I don't, that is not a pocket. I will decorate that up some more. And these two. I need the tiny things. This will probably stay in there. Good, good, good. I don't really have any more tiny things, except for these good old G's. Again, these are all to be decorated at some future point. Let's see what I have to go in the larger pockets. Smaller in there. We'll work on that. This is pretty much stuffed. Can't put anything taller in there. Well, I mean, I can, but not very wide. Let's see. Maybe wider than I think. Oh, look at there. Nice. Oh, I have those large tags. I just took some of the printables from Artsology and tore them, put them on the fronts of those. See about that. I might decide to put these I think I like that. Let's do that then. That's cute, cute, cute. Okay, this big guy here. Okay, that already has something in it. This I might put something smaller in the front of it. It's not quite wide. It's a little bit too wide. Maybe I could just narrow that down and cut it down, make it shorter and narrower. That's not an easy word for me to say, narrower. Yeah. Let me hold on to that. Yeah, one of these nice big journal cards and perhaps a tag. I could actually put that nice big tag in there. It matches that. That's okay. That's good. I'm liking this pretty good. And what else do we have? These have some good stuff in them. You can always put some of the smaller but not too small ones in these. Of course, these all have to have things put in them. The holes will have to have something put in them. Right. This is a busy guy. Well, up there, let's see. Ouch. Stabbed myself with the tweezers. My head itches. My head itches. Why is that so difficult? All right then, fiddlesticks. Heck with ya. Running out of ideas. Yay. Using it up. Use it. Use it. That has something in it. This does not. I don't think any of these are going to work in here, no. I have to have a look around for something to go in there. I'm so excited about using all of this up. It just makes me very happy. I may cut them down a bit, and then I may not. You never know about me. I don't know if they're the same size or not. Well, they are. I don't think that'll fit there, but they'll fit in the pockets. I don't remember if I have anything in the side pockets. We shall see. Yes, I do. I have to back them up though. They're very thin. What do I have in here? Nothing. Okay, I'll take these out and put them here so that hopefully that will help me remember where they go and also that they need attention. And I think that's it. So, all right. Let me find these some paper to back them up. They're just a little on the thin side, and I have these extra grungy paper printed sort of, I guess, faux grungy paper. I don't know. Not really grungy. Faux coffee dyed. Not that. Glue. I need glue. I knew that. So is anyone else watching the Papal Conclave like me or following it? I can't watch it anymore, really. It just has brought me back to when I was younger, when I was in high school. My mom and dad and I went on a vacation. I think it was my spring break. Yes, I went on vacation, just me and my parents. It's okay. So anyway, we stayed at Fernandina Beach. We went to St. Augustine, all those kind of fun things. And I don't remember where it was. We were walking around the, you know, streets of whatever little town this was. And we saw the news on the newspaper that the, you know, Pope had died. And that was John Paul I. And I remembered thinking, wow, I'm not sure, but it felt to me like that was the first time that we had ever lost a pope. Definitely the first time we had lost a pope that I, you know, recall, and that I was old enough for it to stick in my brain. So, and it was just a, sorry, I gotta get a wipe. It was a sort of an adult faith moment, I guess. I don't know how you would put it, but I remembered thinking that this was such a significant event in my life as a person, but in my life as a Catholic, so that now I felt like, you know, this is me. I need to pay attention to this because this is likely going to be something that affects me for the rest of my life, potentially. You know, it's a big deal. So I guess that sort of jarred me into, you know, unconsciously deciding, but realizing that this was when, you know, I'd done my, you know, First Communion. I had done my confirmation, all that kind of stuff. But this was me, like, really as what I saw myself was an adult. This was my adult decision to continue on this journey of faith as a Catholic. And it just really, I don't know, really, like I said, it made me feel like I was an adult now, and this was my time to decide, like the cardinals were deciding who was going to be Pope. It was now my time to actually decide consciously, not with someone standing up for me or because my parents wanted it or whatever, that this was going to be, you know, I'm going to be Catholic. Great shock, I know. But still, it was my decision, not just because that's what my parents and family expected. It was just what I was going to do. This was a part of my life now as the adult I was growing into. So, and of course I'm a fallen Catholic because I've, you know, I married non-Catholics. My first husband was a non-Catholic and we divorced, and my second husband was a non-Catholic. In fact, he was a Mormon. But I like to joke he spent more time in the Catholic Church than he ever did in a Mormon temple because he would go to the significant events. Anyway, long story short is, I just felt like when Francis was sick and in the hospital, I felt like this was again a moment like that, a moment of, you know, clarity, conscious decision, my choice. This was again my time to, so I think it has just led me to sort of try and reconnect with my Catholic upbringing and my Catholic life as a grown-up again. So we shall see how it all goes. But I'm trying to learn about, you know, as they mention a name of a cardinal who might be, you know, of course it's very unpredictable because even though they're not voting, the only cardinals who vote are the ones who are younger than 80. But they can elect a pope who is already over the age of 80. And I did not know that. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm fascinated now by this story. And I never did see the movie Conclave, but I really wanted to. So, now I'm going to wait until this real one is over to watch it. But they are drawing similarities between the movie and the actual conclave. So it's kind of interesting. And again, I think it's an historical moment, and I am all about history. I am that nerd. It's okay. I would have loved to have studied history in college, but then I'd have to be a teacher, and oh, I don't like kids. I don't like other people's kids. I always say that. People think I must sound like a horrible person to other people, but I mean, that's the truth. I am. Teaching was not what I was meant to do or be. So I recognize my limitations, and I am very, very grateful for those who are called to teach, especially in this day and age where you're practically risking your life in a classroom. All right, Catholic rant over. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Let's see. Oh, this one I didn't trim. I did not trim it up very well. Let's just get that one. Okie dokie. Nope, not okie dokie. I didn't cut enough off. There's still some white. There. Now okie dokie. Okie dokie. Artichoke. So, let's see what else is going on. What else is going on? Oh, I've started I'm getting ready to move my craft room. Again, I haven't even been in this house a year, but I have realized that I just have too much stuff to use the smallest room in the house as my craft room, and that's just the facts of it. And I apologize if that hurts anybody's feelings, but that's the way it is. So I'm going to move down the hall to the end of the hall and put my craft room in the second bedroom, which I was hoping to use for a spare room and a, kids' playroom for when my grandsons get a little older, that kind of thing. But that'll have to be in this room where I am now. So in all of that to say that while I've been digging around, figuring out what's what in my craft collection, I found a cross stitch that I had been pining for forever. And then I finally, now this is years ago, but I finally found it in Hobby Lobby when they were still doing the 40% off coupons. So I got this like $80 kit, 40% off. It's Thea Governor, if anyone knows anything about cross stitch. And it's just beautiful wildflowers. And I'm just really excited about it. And I started working on it again on Sunday. So I'm really happy to be doing that again. And now I have to figure out how to work it into my craft schedule, because I do, obviously on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm doing my junk journal YouTubes. And then, of course, in between times, I work on the stuff, and I also in the evenings, a lot of times, mostly in the evenings, I knit and crochet. So right now I have a knitting project I have to finish rather quickly. My daughter's best friend is getting ready to have a baby next month, and I do not have his blanket. I don't even think it's halfway done, but anyway, it'll be quick, I think. It's not a complicated stitch. It's just it's heavy. I'm knitting 2 strands of yarn together at the same time, so it kind of is heavy for my hands, which sounds silly. It's just yarn, right? But that's the way it is. It's a little heavy, so I can only work on it for short periods of time. So little Miss Ma'am will just have to be patient with this old lady. She and my daughter, my youngest daughter, have been friends since they were in middle school, and they will both be turning 25 this year. Yeah, in fact, I think her birthday is next month, so she and her son may have birthdays very close together, I think. That would be kind of fun. Maybe not for poor old hubby and dad, but Well, I mean, less chance to forget something. Right? Right. So, right, let's get started with the decorating. Okay. Now, I have lots of things, as you can imagine. I have these tags that have flowers on them. I don't want to use those. This is... Sorry, I should have been a little bit more prepared, huh? Well, we'll start with these. I wonder if I can ink these. Let's see. Because they're just washi tape, I think. Or washi paper, I don't know. But they're really pretty, and I have a hard time with how to use these semi-sheer things. But if I have a rather plain background, then I'm happy with that. That's cute. I think that I had that in there. It has some pretty yellow flowers on it. It's too wide. It's too wide. Let's see. That's really cute. Because it's going to get lost, I'm afraid, in that busy background. Let's see if I could make a little collage there. Yep, I like it. So, that is not a sticker. Do I want to cut around this? I think I do, if I'm going to ink it. Eliminate some of the expanse I have to ink. Oh, this is not easy to see. Yep, I have to hold my breath and have my jaw set at the right angle and, you know, all that fun stuff. There's glue all over my fingers. It looked like a snake shedding. But, you know, it's just glue. It all comes off in the wash. Yes, I need to glue down. 'Tis not a sticker. 'Tis not, 'tis not, 'tis not. This one 'tis. This is the hardest part about using the stickers, is getting the backing off. I think it's the hardest part. Yay. Okay. I'm going to put that in there. That in there, and that in there. What do I have to put on this? It's a bit biggish. What are those? More tickets. Look, I just found more tags. I mean, I know what I mean. There are some tickets here. There's a ticket, I guess. It's a ticket. That's the ticket. Sorry about that. Sorry. So I think I'm going to use a lighter colored one of those. Like that. So I can decorate it however I wanna. These are from, you know, Temu or Shein or Ali, one of those. Some one of those places that we probably won't be able to get things from as cheaply anymore. But I am okay with that. I think it needs a little something behind it. But I wonder what that something might be. I just wonder what it might be. See, bogged down already, crazy lady. Crazy lady. That'll work. I'm trying very hard not to waffle about the decisions. Just find some things that are pretty. And, you know, of course, I think all my things are pretty because, you know, I pick them out. So they are to my liking, but I can get too bogged down in decision making and, you know, placement, which I think is ridiculous because it's just, you know, it's not like I'm rearranging a house or anything like that. I'm just putting stickers, pieces of paper on other pieces of paper. But I don't know. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It's the way my very unique brain works. Put the fun in dysfunction. Yes, I do. Rawr. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Ooh, as soon as I start talking bad about it, it decides, ooh, I'm gonna just slide right off of there. Because she's talking bad about me. Okay. That made me sort of happy. I should, look, I have another one of these. I should be using it, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. I think I should. Let's put all of these in here so I'm not taking them off the table. I can see them a little bit better in here too, I think. I mean, that's what I tell myself anyway. That is what I tell myself. See, there's too many of them. It's just ridiculous. Why do I have that many of anything? Oh, wait a minute. Because I'm a crafter. Which is, you know, leads to the other hobby of collecting craft things. I really want to decorate this up some kind of way. So I think I'm going to use one of these dealy bobs. Can you even see that? The dealy bob I'm talking about? Like that. And maybe put... I love these stickers. I know they're not really matchy-matchy, but I love them. And so, yeah, there we go. I'm going to put like a little collection of them there. Put that there. And then put another one. Let me see if I can get this one back up. Yes. Sort of. Do it very slowly though. As it pops off on its own. Do it very slowly and then run this across the glue stick. What have I done to my glue stick? Looks like I took a bite out of it. I did not take a bite out of it. I promise. I did not take a bite of my glue stick. It really looks chewed up though. For starting. for certain. Like that. And then I have some small ones. I can put some small ones in the corner down here. All right, now I need a label. A label of some sort. I really want the green. Let's see. Let's see. And I think I've put myself in a quandary because there's not much that's horizontal in these, I don't think. Wait a minute. Garden diary, well, isn't that appropriate? And the green will be fine. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm gonna put that there. Put her there. Put her there. I hope that's straight-ish. Anyway, yep, that's good. Good, good, good. Okay. These I don't want to put anything on because they are quite colorful as they are, just as they are. I don't really know what to do with these tall boys. Don't really know what to do with the tall boys. That's way too wide. That's cute. Just use it as a sticker like so. I think I will do that. And some glue. Hello, glue. How do you do? That's cute. Oop, oop, oop. I have some tall flower stickers. Not real tall, but big enough I could put there. Alright, what about you? What about you? Are you going to cause problems too? Of course you are. But of course you are. Trying to see if I can make some sort of a stacked something or another going on here. Let me think for a second. I had a split second of an idea and now it's poof. It has vanished. It's back. Yep, I like that. I'm doing it the opposite side of what I eyeballed it at. Don't know why. Just felt like, because I think everything I do starts at the left and goes to the right, because I don't know, because I'm left-handed, I guess. Well, I mean, I am left-handed, but I guess that's why I do it. I do know for a fact that I am left-handed. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Something with some more color. Something a little more colorful. Like that. Yeah, just like that. Oh, my back just cracked. Marvelous. That is a good feeling. Let's see what we're going to do over here. I'm looking for something that goes sideways. Something like that, but not that. Yeah, that was real decisive, wasn't it? Yes, indeed. I think that's a little better. See if I can find those longer flower stickers when I get this done. Well, let me cut this up first. First things first. I'm gonna cut some of this. Like, there must be some glue or something on my scissors. I can't see it, but I can feel it sort of catching when I open my scissors. Okay, y'all know I can't talk and cut at the same time. I keep trying. I guess I got to learn to do better. Yep, I just got to do better. Practice, practice, practice. It's okay. My dog already thinks I'm crazy, so as I talk to myself, I talk to her too, and she's okay with that, but when I'm talking about things like this, she thinks I'm crazy. She don't want to hear it. She does not want to hear it. What she wants to hear is, who's a good girl? She's such a pretty girl. Are you ready to eat a tea? Do you want some TREATS? That kind of thing. That's what she wants to hear. Not about paper, stickers, or cutting things. Nope, not interested at all. And in fact, she gets a little bit huffy with me when I bring out my projects to work on while we're sitting in the recliner, because I guess she thinks that's her personal, private mama time. Yeah, hate it for her. Let me get those flower stickers. Let us see where the flowers might be. Not in this one. Oh, maybe this one with the flowers on it? No, that's hearts. Get some hearts for this one. Don't really need people. No people. Butterflies. That's a lot of butterflies. Really, a lot of butterflies. Ridiculous. These are Ginger Journals flowers. I bet this is it. This is it. This one has all the flowers. Ooh, I almost fell backwards in my chair. That would have been like really not good. See, all of these. They're a little bit tall. Come here, you. You can just clip the edge of that leaf off, and that would would be rather nice. I think I shall do that. Maybe. If I can get the backing off of it. Oh, yeah, see? You got it. I am learning some things right now. Not really. But I like to pretend. Oh, well, food stickers. I put that way too far over. Yeah, yay, yay. Let's start from the top. Get the important part where I want it. And then worry about the rest. Yeah, that's a little better. It's not perfect, but I don't claim to be perfect. I don't claim to be perfect, and these are not called perfect journals. They're called junk journals. There we go. That is cute, 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 if I do say so myself. And I do. Okay, you, big boy. I think these are fine as they are because they have the beautiful images on them. This one, she might need a little something, something. Ooh. That's a big something, something, but you can hardly see it. Nope. All right. Ooh. Tulips. I love tulips. Sorry. That was painful. I'm sorry. I'll put that in the chair beside me. That's very, very pretty. I like tulips. And I like pink. Huh? So pink tulips are just a little bit of heaven. Yeah, I think so. And then I can put, maybe I can put, a little piece of something. It's too big of a piece of something. I wish I'd put it closer to the center now. I could put this at the, around the stems like it's holding it on there. Let's see. Let's see what I can do. All is not lost just yet. That's cute. Yeah, I don't know. I just have to. Okay, I'm gonna cross the glue. Sorry, I didn't mean to slam that. See, I slammed it so hard I scared the ink dauber. Sorry, guy. Oh, come here so I can see you. It's tulips. What do we think? What do we think about that? Yeah, I'm just tearing things up over here because, you know, I'm a wild and crazy chick. Sorry. Apparently I can't even tear and talk at the same time. It's okay. I am okay with all of my little foibles and, you know, whatever. All of that. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Not trying to impress anybody, and I'm certainly not going to change at this stage. I am too old for all of that. All right, ink that up a bit. glue it down. Glue it down. Okay. There. Let's see if that's going to. More glue. Excuse me. More glue, more glue, more glue. I'm going to have to move you out of the way for a minute so I can finish this big boy a little bit easier. Let's see now, have I committed myself to pink all the way across? Or can I do other stuff? Let's see what's in here. It's up to me. Yeah, I'll have to find other page pieces to put behind. Oh no, I lost those. I lost it. I really like that one there, so I'm gonna dig out some book page or something. Ah, stuck underneath my fingernail. What a very strange feeling. Okay, I have some book page around here somewhere. I just know I do. I know I do. Do. Quick scan and make sure there's no bad words. That's the way it's tearing, that's the way it's tearing. That's the way the paper tears. Oh goodness. Definitely not going with the green this week. Okay. Like that. Let's see, excuse my arm. Let's see what we have to put over here. So I think I kind of want it to oh, I know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I want it to have a straight edge over here like that one does. Oh, I don't know why that was so hard for me to say, but it really, really was. That works. Put that over here in case I need some more. Right. Zhuzh you up. Zhuzh you up. Oh, good grief. We've been going at this for quite a while. Okay, sorry for keeping you so long. It's over an hour. I do apologize profusely. So, we'll stick this down, and we will call this a done day. Ow. Trying to glue my finger to the paper. Doesn't work like that, chick. Does not work like that. Okay. This one's gonna go here. Yeah. Maybe. There it is. There we go. And now this one. I think I'm really getting the hang of tearing those backs off. Which I'll say that, and then the next time I go to do one, it's going to be a disaster. All right. So, thanks very much for sticking with me through this extra long video. Everybody have a great rest of their week. Hope to see you Friday. Thanks. Bye.